Poster child. Go to school, get good grades, graduate, get married, have kids. Life is supposed to be perfect, right? That's what we're all supposed to do, right? I literally was so much so the poster child that I was the girl that was like, oh my God, I'm not having sex until I get married, like that poster child, okay? I'm so serious. But in 2014, I found myself in my bathroom with a gun to my head, ready to take my whole life. I was suffering from depression. And the reason why I was suffering so bad was because sometimes following all of those rules, doing things the way other people say they should say, not following my heart, my mind, my soul, my spirit on what it is that God called me to be, that I lost myself completely. Didn't matter how much money I had, didn't matter how many cars in the driveway, didn't matter the purses in the closet or the shoes that I had on my feet. There was something that was missing, and I couldn't figure out why. Why did I feel this way? Why did I feel broken? Why did I feel empty? Why did I feel like my life didn't have purpose if I did everything that they said you were supposed to do? And I realized in that moment, by the way, most of you are going to say, well, how did you not kill yourself? How did you get up? I want to give out a little hint, okay? If you ever feel like you're about to die, you're going to kill yourself. If you start planning your own funeral in the midst of you like trying to kill yourself, like what dress they going to put on me in the casket? Is Fred Hammond going to come sing while I'm there? Well, who's going to show? When you start, you really don't want to die. I'm telling you, you really don't want to die. Because when you're ready to go, you're ready to go. Me, I was busy trying to plan all of these things, still in my heart and my mind on why I felt like I wanted to die. But then in that moment, I was still trying to control the environment of if I die. Do you see what I'm saying? So at that point, when I was laying on the ground and I was trying to figure out, okay, am I going to do this? Am I not going to do this? And people asked me, well, were your kids there? I'm like, my kids were in the other room. I could literally hear them. That wasn't enough. I'm saying that sometimes to say that people will say certain things in your life is going to be enough. Oh, you have kids, that's enough. Oh, your mom and dad is still alive, that's enough. Oh, someone paid for you to go to university or college, that should be enough. That might not be your enough. At that time, that was not my enough. And then the light bulb went off. I realized when I was laying there on the floor that literally, if you got a pen and paper, you should write this down. Don't steal it, because I kind of like trademarked it. But I realized when you lose your why, you lose your way. When you lose your personal why in life, you will always lose your way. So I'm thankful to Claudia for giving me the call and saying, hey, can you come? I want you to be a keynote speaker. And I asked her, okay, what is it that you want me to speak on? What do you want me to talk about? And she sent me the topic about breaking the bias and leading examples for a sustainable tomorrow. And I said, okay, how do you sustain tomorrow here in Ghana? How do you serve your country here? And I realized that many will say it's patronizing your own, and being in order for that to happen, taking care of yourself. But I said, okay, in order for you to have a sustainable tomorrow, from what I know, from what I understand, from what I've been through in life, is first of all to serve self first. How can you serve your country, grow your economy when you haven't grown self? How can you make something bigger and better for an entire country when you haven't stopped and said, okay, what about me first? What about sustaining me first, looking out for me first? So then I said, okay, let me write down some keys on how to have a sustainable future, how to build Ghana. Number one, the reason why I didn't kill myself, know your why. What is your why in life? Why are you here? And sometimes we don't spend enough time on that. If you don't know what your why is, I advise you to now start taking out time to figure out what your why is in life. Because like I said, there will become a time The money won't be enough, the boyfriend won't be enough, the husband won't be enough, the kids won't be enough, the education won't be enough, the job won't be enough. There has to be something that's deep inside of you that you know, this is my why. This is what gets me up in the morning. My kids don't wake me up in the morning, I can tell you for free. That's not why I get out to bed and live my life. The average mother will say, oh, I wake up and I do my life for my kids. I don't. Hello, children. I don't. They're a part of my story, they're a part of my purpose, but they are not my definite, defined why God created me and put me on this earth. Not to just birth children, not to just be a mom. And once, a lot of you in here don't even look like moms. Raise your hand if you're a mom. Do I have any moms here? Perfect, so I'm talking to you. When we become moms, or when you become moms, you no longer become yourself. I have 5 college degrees. I'm an ambassador in multiple countries. Do you not understand? You become his wife. You become their mom. You become the board member. You're no one to anyone else. So if you don't know your why and why you're trying to live life and proceed forward, you'll find yourself like me, laying somewhere, questioning it all. Number 2, sustainable, grow the country, be great, take risks. As women, we're often told not to be a risk taker. Not to chance it, not to do it. Don't start the business, don't move there, don't go for the position. Wait your turn, hold on a second, grow into where you have to take risks. Without risk, there's no reward. Without risk, there's no reward. I tell myself oftentimes, I never lose in life. I never lose. I always learn. So if you become a risk taker and you have the mindset that I can't lose, the worst possible scenario that can happen to me is that I learn, you will become a risk taker. Because you will now realize in life, there's nothing that I can lose at. I will always learn. And so becoming a risk taker will now give you what? Rewards, right? Next, continue growing. Never stop growing. In a country that has a ways to go to catch up with the rest of the global world, you can never stop growing. You can never stop learning. You need to be 3 steps ahead of everyone else. China is always ahead. Russia is always ahead. Why? They're thinking ahead. They're creating ahead. They're generating ahead. They never stop learning. They never stop growing. So you can't have this mindset of, okay, I'm gonna grow. I went to, you guys call it what, university, varsity, whatever. Varsity, university, okay. You can never say, I graduated and that's it. I've learned what I needed to learn. I've done what I needed to do in my profession. I'm talking to my kids now, they're talking to me about stuff I've never heard of, meta world and what is it, metaverse, and I'm like NFTs, and I'm like, what? I almost feel like now I have to go back to school again. 5 college degrees, and now I'm in the position where it's like, now I have to go back to school because now you've created a new way to generate money, and I just have no idea what that is. So you have to continue to grow. And last but not least, one of the key components to anything in this life, be it business, economic growth, personal growth, the biggest piece to the puzzle that most people won't tell you is to have an accountability partner. And not an accountability partner like your husband, your boyfriend, not them, they'll tell you anything. I'm just telling you, they'll tell you anything so you can keep cooking the meal and clean the house, they don't care, okay? Accountability partner can't be your best friend. Because what happens with best friends is you get comfortable, we know each other, we know each other's faults, we know each other's flaws. So that friend will still be the friend talking about, girl, you look good and you know you fat. My friends have done that to me, okay? I gained 30 pounds. No one told me I gained 30 pounds. Everybody's like, girl, you look good. Oh, you look cute. A real accountability partner would have said, you know you gained some weight, right? You know that dress don't fit. The Spanx not working no more. You need to figure out something else. A real accountability partner in life. The person that's going to be hard on you. The person that's going to tell you the truth. You're not going to like their truth. You're not going to like when they tell you you're mean or you're rude or you're nasty or you're pushy or that you're trying to sell a dream looking like a nightmare. Some of y'all don't know that saying. Some of you are selling dreams and people looking like a nightmare. You just roll out the bed and you just go about life, and here it is, you want to sell a dream to the world and you look like a nightmare. You need that person in your life to say, girl, get it together. It's not right. We need to put it together. See, you match and everything goes great together. I was like, girl, you got it together, let's go. But there's going to be a time where you're not going to have everything together. So those are my keys to you. That's my advice to you. I don't know how long I'm going to be before you, but my goal in life is really to inspire, to uplift, and to build women. I think oftentimes we're torn down so much, and we do so much, and the journey gets long, it gets hard, it gets tiring. And that's why I stand before you today saying that if you don't hold those keys to what it is that you need to do for self, you can go in front of every diplomat, every ambassador, every president, every senator, counselor, anyone you want to, and you will continue to be stuck on how to grow your economy, how to sustain an economy, how to be better, when you don't know how to be better for yourself. Do you understand? Yes? Yes? No? Yes. No. You guys aren't talking to me. Yes? Yes. Okay. So I have something I do at every speech or talk that I do to make sure that you're talking to me and I'm talking to you. Remember how you used to go to the church and then when you're in the church and they say, let the church say, amen. You know why they do that? They just want to make sure you guys aren't asleep. I'm telling you, they just want to make sure that you're paying attention. So they really don't want the amen. They just want to make sure that they have the attention of the audience. So before I close out, I want to make sure that I had your attention and that you heard everything I said. So I think the biggest thing that I spoke about today and sustaining and growing is that having personal belief. Can we agree? So when I point at you, the word I want you to say is believe. Believe, you got it? Let's practice. Believe. Oh gosh. Who runs the world? Girls. Some of these things are just like, some of these things you just know, okay? You guys are the most, did they feed you this morning? Why are you guys so quiet? Are you hungry? Yes. Is that what they, oh, yes, okay. So we're gonna act like that at the end of when I'm speaking, you're gonna get food, okay? Because I need energy, okay? People on the other side of the world are watching this. So I'm gonna be held accountable to what it is that I poured into you. So when I do this, you're gonna say, believe. When I do this, you're gonna say, believe. When I do this, you're gonna say, believe. Hey, you guys are failing me. What is wrong with Ghana? You're supposed to believe. Make me look good, believe. One more time before I move on. Are you ready? You're supposed to believe. Okay, now we're getting there, right? And the reason that I did that is because, like I told you, some mornings you're going to wake up and it's not going to feel good and you're going to believe. And there's going to be a time when you have to go after a job and you're not going to be sure you're going to get it, but you're going to believe. And then you're going to be looking at it and trying to figure out if this is the right husband or right person for me, and you're going to believe. And then you're going to sit upon people and they're going to tell you that you need to grow the economy and change our country, and you're going to believe. And then in those moments when you try and you can't figure it out and you feel like you're stuck, you're going to believe. And then when all your friends give up on you and they play you and they get mad and they start getting jealous, you're going to believe. And then when you feel like everybody left you and you're just alone and you're in your private space and you can't get through, you're going to believe. And then when your family questions everything about you because they paid for you to go to school and they think they can run your life, you're going to believe. And then you're going to remember that as you go on this journey, that as it gets hard and times get tough, you're going to believe. And then you're going to recognize and believe each and every single thing inside of you, that you know your why, you know where you're going, you know who you are and whose you are, because you believe. Thank you.